Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video here on a topic that's been on my mind recently. And I thought it'd be an interesting topic for a video here. That topic is just how important are biceps for strength athletes. So just how much does training them specifically heavy, how much will that benefit you? Um, so I'm just going to share from my personal experience, and then feel free to comment below and give me your opinion on what you think as well. Um, so, so to start off, from my experience, some of you know over the years, um, originally about 10 years ago, actually, I started competing in powerlifting for the first time. And actually, the very first thing I competed in was actually a curl competition. Um, it was something that right away I excelled pretty quickly at, and was able to set multiple American world records in high school and in the men's open category in multiple weight classes. And I continued to compete in over the years. Um, and as you know as well, recently I've also started competing in strongman as well. And from what I can say is, personally, I feel that over all the years of um, all the heavy bicep work that I've done, I personally felt it greatly benefit me, specifically with the strongman training now. Um, One of the biggest things that I've noticed is that 80 to 90% of basically strongman events are lifting and or carrying very heavy objects, and a big part of it is actually not only back strength and grip strength, which those are things I've also built up a lot of over the years of powerlifting, from heavy deadlifting and rowing and pulling movements. But specifically with your anything where you're picking up and carrying, a big part of it is actually holding and squeezing them into your body, whether it be atlas stones, kegs, sandbags, etc. And a big part of what actually helps you with that, is more than people think, is actually bicep strength. I think it's something that's very overlooked. And I know for me personally, I've excelled very well in those events, in loading stones. I've easily handled 300-pound sandbags, shouldered them. I did Zercher carries recently with 520 pounds, um, relatively smoothly, and I feel like I still have a good amount of weight more in the tank on those. And for me, the part that I find to be, um, for me personally, really not that difficult, is actually just holding and squeezing that weight, versus I've heard other people say that they have trouble with that, and I think a lot of that is due to, over the years, they just have not done any heavy, specific bicep training. Um, and you hear a lot of people say that you should prioritize your heavy, your rows and your chin ups and all that stuff, and don't worry about doing any direct bicep work, which I do agree that you should prioritize those pulling movements for sure. Those are going to build bicep strength, but there's something about, to me, also adding in very heavy curls, especially also cheek curl movements, that are going to really help, just really put stress on that bicep muscle. Also the tendons, it'll help strengthen, which that will also help decrease risks of bicep strains and tears, which are also pretty common, and especially strongman and as well as powerlifting as well. Um, so I do feel like they are important to include along with your heavy pulls and your rows and your other strongman training, and I've personally found them to be very beneficial, and have definitely given me an advantage on a lot of the events. Um, so I do feel like there's something that are just overlooked, and I feel like it's definitely something that if you include it more in your training could definitely benefit, especially if you're doing strongman training. Even for powerlifters, I feel just strengthening even around the tendons is going to help decrease the risk of even bicep tears. You're deadlifting, for someone that pulls with a mixed grip. Also, that extra bicep work can help build bigger arms, and that's of course is going to help with your bench press too. So I really feel that it is something that's overlooked and neglected as far as strength athletes, and also it just seems like many don't see that they're very useful as muscles, especially um, in the strongman community, which is something that I feel is definitely very far from the truth. And I've also seen that other successful strongman competitors have included heavy bicep work, and something that's definitely benefited them as well as myself. So, um, so yeah, so I just wanted to share that. It's just something that was kind of on my mind, and is a topic that I feel like is important, and something that again that is overlooked by a lot of people, strength athletes. Um, so yeah, feel free to comment below on what your opinion is. Do you do heavy bicep work in addition to your heavy pulling movements? Do you do it more light, or do you do it at all? And what's your opinion on how important it is? So, anyways, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for next time.